Officials have called this a, quote, horror movie come to life.
After 30 years now, I can say this is probably the most horrific thing that I've seen.
A local officer who helped execute the search warrant said even with all the evidence they collected, they didn't expect a discovery as shocking as this.
Wow, how's that for an intro? So what kind of crime could possibly have elicited this kind of reaction?
This week, Delaware County Police arrested 34-year-old Jonathan Gerlach.
He was arrested January 6th at the cemetery. Police say he had a bag stuffed with human remains of children and skulls and had more bones in his vehicle.
You can actually see where some of the stones were moved and vaults burglarized. 2 corpses stolen from this grave, 7 sets of remains stolen from this family plot. All of the remains were from those who died many years ago, but some as young as infants.
But that was the tip of the iceberg.
More than 100 skeletons were discovered in his Washington Avenue home,
including full corpses hanging from his basement ceiling.
Full skeletons from 200 years ago, some not as old, children, adults, everything in between. They just revealed the details. And I also want to show you something here. These are the files, the charges that have been filed in this case. This is how many we're talking. 500 plus.
Detectives have recovered an awful lot of bones at this point, and we are still trying to piece together who they are, where they are from, and how many we are looking at, and it's going to be quite some time before we have a final answer.
Next comes the natural question, why? This isn't as hard a question as you might think to answer. The world of, let's call it, oddities and curiosities is a popular one. Take a look at the schedule for the 2026 Oddities and Curiosities Expo. It's packed. What does that mean? I'd say it's gothic, spooky, and a lot of it revolves around death. It may be weird and it may not be for you, but that's sort of the point.
This Facebook page is part of the investigation titled Human Bones and Skull Selling Group. Gerlach is tagged on the page. His profile picture shows him with a skull, but police don't know if any were sold or why he wanted them.
So yeah, owning a real skull is a conversation piece for people with this kind of interest. It's as odd as it gets. It's macabre, and again, exactly the point. Let's take a look at an Instagram page allegedly owned by Gerlach. Spent the last few weeks renovating the attic of our new home. Ugh, grim. This little booger was the first child I became a caretaker for. This is all definitely disturbing. And you know, I have to say, in my years, I've seen people post about having skulls they've collected or had for sale, and for the first time, I'm now realizing they must all be stolen. Where else would someone just get a skull that someone was okay with having put up for sale? So as perplexed as everyone is by Jonathan Gerlach, it seems to me this is someone with an already bizarre interest that went way too far.